What is going on, guys? So I have a very exciting video today, and we have the GT500 over at VMP Performance, and you guys know I've been talking about this for a while. One of the reasons why we waited to put a bigger blower on the GT500 is we were waiting for the Gen 3R. So let's go ahead and unbox the Gen 3R. Looky there. Pick this up. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this and get some alone time.
We're gonna bolt this directly in place of Andrew's Trinity blower, slap a bigger pulley on it, the same throttle body, and see what it does. But first, baseline dyno pulls on the Trinity.
I came prepared with my horsepower kit. Horsepower supporting kit.
Horsepower support kit, injectors, boosting.
All right, I am so excited to put this on the car. Looks crazy. It is crazy. It's the Gen 3R, so it's the new Magnuson case. Got this massive elbow here, and we're gonna make some horsepower today. As some of you guys know, I recently installed the LTH long tube headers, 1 7/8. We have a 3-inch X pipe, 3-inch catback. So we're gonna see what it does with that since it's never been baseline before. We have a 2.4 upper pulley. We have a JLT 123mm cold air intake, VMP 67mm throttle body, and we're on 93 octane. We're gonna see what it does, and then it's time to party with that right there. And of course we have FIC 1000cc injectors that we're gonna be using on this in order to supply fuel to this crazy GT500. All right, Justin, how much power are we gonna make?
We're gonna see what the Trinity makes with long tube headers.
Yes.
And
then we're gonna party.
Then we're gonna party, exactly.
I like it.
And we're gonna talk more about my Supercharger.
Yes,
a little bit later.
Okay. I don't think I've mentioned it, but these are 2.65 liter rotor packs, so the Gen 3 rotor pack, while what's on the car is a 2.3 liter.
Yeah.
So we're going bigger, better, more airflow.
And way more efficient.
Oh yeah. The car is a lot louder on the dyno with the long tube headers. That is for sure. Alright guys, so I'm actually editing this video right now, and I wanted to clarify something here. So the car only made 650 wheel horsepower, and we kind of found out why once we took off the blower. The blower still works, but one, it's very hot outside, and for some reason the blower is not making a lot of boost. Basically the blower works and everything, but we didn't really see the gains we were expecting with long tube headers because the blower really wasn't making boost. It only made like 14 pounds. So we're gonna swap on the blower, and then we'll see the long tube headers work their magic and flow plenty of air. Why do we have a vacuum here?
Well, it's funny you ask, Andrew, because we have the VMP milling tool.
Ooh.
All right, so come right over here.
All right.
The VMP Gen 3 is so much wider, it actually hits this boss right here.
Okay.
And, you know, people said, oh, you know, why didn't you design it differently or something like that? Well, it's part of the rotor pack. The most important part of the Supercharger, the rotors are so much larger that they hit here. We didn't want to push the blower any farther back. We didn't want to move it up and hit the hood. So the best compromise was to modify this. We worked with a company to make a tool specifically for this. This little dowel centers it in the hole while you drill it. It comes with the VMP Supercharger. And if you have an 07 to 12 GT500 with a smaller M122 blower, you can actually do the milling while the Supercharger's on the car. You've got the bigger 2.3, so we're gonna have to pull the Supercharger off, just cover the intake, and do the milling there. But it's way easier than it sounds. I'll show you when we get to that point, but it's really nothing to worry about, and it's the only part of the Supercharger installed that's at all invasive.
Now, how much horsepower does this guy push out? Have you put it on the dyno yet?
5 amps.
Okay. Hey Justin, you know what that says right there?
Dirt Devil?
It says max power.
Max power. Oh man, Andrew. Oh man.
That's what we're doing. Not really, because that can make A lot more. Like, how much more?
Like 100 to 150 more to start with. And if you ever decide to get really crazy and build the motor, a whole freaking lot more.
So as stated before, I am going to be using FIC 1000cc injectors. These are going to be upgraded eventually when we do go for more power, but they should support the power that we are going for today. They will also support E85 to a certain extent with this car, but today we're just working with 93 and boosting.
Gets Andrew's Trinity, you can give him the bolts too because they are not reused with the VMP Gen 3R. It comes with all new bolts.
All right, supercharger's off. So,
like I was saying earlier, we're going to pull out this little bolt. We're going to do the milling trick with the special milling tool. That's going to make room for the massive Gen 3R. We'll be ready to bolt it up after lunch. So you want to go down until that bottom line is level with the original machine surface. That's how you know you've gone far enough. We just clean up these little shoulders that are left here.
Not too difficult. Anybody can do that,
yeah.
For sure.
I mean, all I used was a cordless impact, that bit we supply. Now that we're done, we just drop the factory bolt back in. Once the supercharger's installed, you'll never even really be able to tell that it was modified.
Sweet.
All right, Andrew, which pulley do you want?
Let's see, what are we?
2.6, 2.4. No. All right, we're not starting out with that.
Really?
Okay. How about a 2.6 bolt-on pulley?
We can try it to start.
This is gonna be about 18, 19, might make 20 pounds of boost.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man.
It's a 2.6.
It's a 2.6. A wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yes.
Old, new, old, new, old, new, old, new. Quite a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And broader.
For sure.
So I wanted to lay both of them out on the dyno trailer so I can show everybody the little nuances of swapping them on. First thing that is totally unique for us is we've got a boost reference on the back of the blower, and it's kind of hidden. So if you forget to install it, you will have a vacuum leak. So you got to put a little bit of sealant on here and just install it right here. And this is basically, if you install cams and you do a low vacuum bypass valve in the future, you can put a little elbow on here and you can boost reference the bypass valve without really having to run a bunch of lines. All of the Gen 3Rs that are shipping out after this one will have a plug pre-installed. So this is just kind of a nuance that we've got to install one in your blower. Here are all the goodies that come with your Gen 3R.
Oh yeah.
This is the fuel line crossover. If you have an 07 to 12, you have to install a longer crossover. But your 14 has one from the factory, so
right.
We're good. These are the new mounting bolts that I was showing you earlier. And this little short one right here goes in the front passenger side, because it's recessed. We got some throttle body bolts. We got the pulley bolts, EGR studs, evap stuff. We'll put that all in a minute. Gen 3R uses a special gasket because the opening is so freaking big.
Yeah.
You can actually see it's even elliptical a little bit to fit slightly larger throttle bodies. Of course, the milling tool, which I used one that I had laying around, so that stuff's going back in inventory. Let's start with, so like all this stuff, there's a bunch of little things that if you don't get them pre-installed on the blower, you're gonna be really hating yourself later on, because you bolt the blower down, you can't
It's
put
a little
on.
tight.
Yeah. So we're gonna take this valve off. And we're gonna install this guy right here. Let's go ahead and swap this vacuum line, because this is hard to get to. So this guy goes right on here. This guy goes right on here. We're gonna starch out on a 2.6 pulley.
I put the 2.4 in that box.
Oh geez, here we go again. The car that we just released a YouTube video on had a 2.5. Justin's car, the other Justin, not me.
Yep.
But we're gonna start you out on the 2.6.
Wait, we can put the 2.5 in.
Look, not right now. I know, I've seen your videos. I know what you're out there doing.
You know, my tires don't catch on fire when I do burnouts though.
This is true. We have some customers that are quite a bit more abusive. You know, that's one of the questions is, when is Cletus getting a Gen 3R?
That is a very good question.
Yeah, he's
prime candidate with a built L&M motor.
I think I actually asked him, I said, hey, do you want to do some durability testing? And he's like, I'm your man. But both him and I have been busy. He's only 2 hours away, but he was at Rocky Mountain Race Week in Colorado. I was in Pennsylvania, so I think Rebecca and I are gonna have to go pay a visit to him soon.
Yep. Set some tires on fire.
Yeah. Last prep for the blower swap is to install the EGR studs. They go right over here. Makes installing the EGR so easy. And then we got to put the special gasket on here and then slam the EGR in.
Yeah, we'll just have to take in one more time. I feel like the camera doesn't really do it justice in how much wider and bigger this is.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at the bolt pattern, there's equal space along the side here, and there's not a whole lot of space along the side of the Gen 3R. So the rotors inside the Gen 3R are the ideal length versus diameter, length over diameter, for maximum efficiency. So that was really the fixed parameter when Eaton was designing these new rotors. They knew what the efficiency was they wanted to achieve, the airflow and everything like that. So we're kind of at their mercy to fit them in the car, and luckily this packages extremely well. Other than that one modification, it fits under the stock hood, it fits between the factory fuel rails. We really couldn't ask for more. One of the things you gotta remember to do is hook up the IET2 sensor before you bolt the supercharger down, because it's kind of nestled in there.
Alright, the blower looks massive in there. Like, you can tell a massive size difference.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. Got the new Gen 3R ribs.
Ribbed for extra reinforcement. Throw the twin 67mm back on there.
Yeah.
See what it makes with with a twin bore throttle body. See if we need to go bigger.
Well, you know, there's some different things we can do there too.
Yeah. We just got to start out slow, Andrew.
So, and then this is factory GT500 throttle body pattern.
Yes.
Which is different with the R, right?
Yeah. We went back to the GT500 throttle body bolt pattern for a couple of reasons. Basically, we were able to make the supercharger efficient enough that it does not need a huge, monstrous throttle body, and we're able to get much better geometry into the rotors by using the factory style bolt pattern. So it's kind of a win-win all around. There's more compatibility, more options now, and it looks really clean.
All right, first pull, what do we got, Justin?
I promise to deliver.
Yeah?
770
No.
torque.
Okay.
Torque. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We need the expression on Andrew's face while we're doing this. Okay. We'll do picture in picture. 770 rear wheel torque and 739 rear wheel horsepower. Joe was in the car and he was calling it baby timing. Because
Wait, so that was first pull.
yeah, we're just going easy on things.
And we got the small throttle body?
Yeah, we were talking about that. We'll tell you later. 15.5 degrees of timing.
That's same timing as it was on the 2.3.
Yeah. That's efficiency. Now, it is a little bit more boost.
What are we seeing for boost?
At the peak horsepower, 6,000 RPM, we're seeing 17.5 pounds.
Okay.
And then at the very end, at 7,000, we see about 19.5. But that's just because boost spikes at the end because the engine's less efficient.
I'm so happy with that, just right off the bat.
All right, man. Well, it's hot out here, you know, and
No, we could go get the 2.4. I put the 2.4 in the 2.6 box.
hold on. I've still got more.
Oh wait, there's more.
I've still got tuning to do. I'm gonna tune. Joe's gonna give me a few pointers, and he's gonna take my hand away from the keyboard if I go too far.
We'll just sprinkle in the time.
Looks like
My daughter is here, and we might have to have her do some like fairy dust or something.
Yes.
So.
And we still got boosting.
Yes. All right, let's just engage the boosting.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we are going to be using boosting today to make some horsepower. So we just topped this into our 93. It's going to raise our octane level, make things nice and safe so we can make some good horsepower.
We put a little more timing in it, we put the boosting in it, put some more timing in it. Now it's time to party.
All right, let's see it. What do you got, Justin?
All right, man. It's not a fluke.
Not a fluke.
Not a fluke
What do you got?
that the Gen 3R makes awesome freaking power. 797 rear wheel horsepower.
God.
Just for you, 3 horsepower short of 800.
That is insane.
I can see the thumbnail now. I almost made 800 horsepower.
Well, like, what is insane is this is with the 67mm throttle body.
tiny guy.
The tiny guy, yeah.
That's a little one.
That's how efficient the Gen 3R is.
This is crazy.
I don't know if you saw Dave's video. They made 1,000 wheel in Dave's car with a twin 67.
Yeah.
Gen 3.
Wow.
The days of huge oversized blowers, huge oversized throttle bodies, and all the drivability problems that come with them are freaking over. We can make power with a very efficient, reasonably sized blower that essentially has no RPM limit. That's another story for later when Andrew turns it up. And we can do it with a 67 throttle.
797.
779 torque. Almost equal horsepower and torque. And you're still, I mean, you're under 20 pounds of boost. At 6 grand, you're about 18, and it peaks at 19 3/4.
That's crazy, and that's on the 2.6 twin 67 and a JLT 123.
Yes.
The stock blower and those LTH log tubes.
Yep, that's insane. So how's the data look?
It looks really good. The fuel pump boosters completely took care of the fueling issues that your car had when it first showed up here.
Yes. IAT 2 temps also.
IAT2s are great. Started at 110, grew about 15 to 20 degrees during the whole pull. Not bad for 18 to 20 pounds of boost. All this stuff looks good. Air fuel's holding all the way up to 7,000 RPM. We had about 20 degrees of timing on that pull. Not bad for a 2.6 pulley with boosting. Yeah, I mean, sum it up, everything looks awesome. You're gonna go out there, you're gonna let it rip, and you're gonna go to Disneyland, because you almost made 800 rear horsepower.
Yeah, and we're basically almost up 150 wheel over the setup it was on this morning.
Some of the lows that you had with your 2.3 Trinity TVS, it did not like to dyno well.
Exactly, yep.
And you're up a ton of power. This is gonna feel like a whole new animal.
Yes. So, what else are we gonna do to it?
Where's those bump sticks? Those bumpity sticks.
Ooh.
Bump sticks?
The love lumps?
Love lumps? Everybody's asking, what are love lumps? Do not search this term on the internet. Joe got me into trouble with this stuff before, and I almost named a product after it.
Uh-oh.
So,
not love lumps.
Oh man.
It was better than love lumps last time.
Yeah.
There is something in the trunk.
Well, let's see what's in there.
Okay. So I brought these over. What do we have here?
Andrew.
This is a common discussion topic.
NSR cams, Andrew.
You could bolt these in about an hour, right?
They're already in your car, actually. No, well, Andrew, it takes a little more than an hour.
Don't you just shove this down the middle and make horsepower?
This is not an LS motor, Andrew. This is not. This is a very complex piece of Ford mod motor machinery that has 4 camshafts.
4?
No less than 4. Operating in perfect harmony as to not allow the valves to crash into the pistons.
Yeah.
So when you install these, I recommend you drop the engine because it's just easier that way.
For sure.
I mean, not really. So do you do cams, or do we turn up the blower?
We could also turn up the blower too.
We might have to save that for next time.
Coming soon. Cut.
I'm always working on new stuff. Bigger throttle bodies, special pulleys. I got some other stuff coming. Tensioner brackets to get a little more wrap on the pulley. So I'll call you. Don't call me, I'll call you.
Well, I'm close. I'll stop by, all the time, check in.
I'm having too much fun with this.
But I did bring them just to talk about.
Yeah.
The cams are in the car.
I said that earlier, Andrew.
They are in.
We're gonna see how you do with almost 800 rear wheel horsepower. Everybody in the comments, give Andrew a real hard time for being 3 horsepower shy of 800.
All right, the car made some crazy power. I'm so excited. Picked up crazy amounts of power today, and yeah, so I can't wait to go drive this thing. It's gonna be so awesome. Huge shout out to VMP Performance for putting the car on the dyno, base aligning, putting the blower on, Justin of course, and of course we have the brand new Gen 3R blower, which is just doing incredible. Even that first pull, I mean, tuning was all on point. First pull and made incredibly more power than the 2.3. So guys, if you want to check out more info, I have links down in the description down below to everything we talked about today, including boosting, VMP Gen 3R, and everything that we have. So I will tease a little poll right here, but you guys are gonna have to wait till the full poll videos on the street, and it's probably gonna spin a lot because it's got a lot more power. So I'm excited to go drive it, so we'll see you guys. Get the tires hot. Ready, 55 roll.